Have you ever imagined to have art exhibitions in school? Well, Tecnológico de Monterrey, Campus Estado de México presents Abstract, the narrative of a language. What the hell is this? Well, it is a compilation of 40 pieces that aims to present the concept of abstraction, its background and characteristic with didactic purposes. It is found all the way through the campus, and we can find parts of the exhibition all the way from EGADE, through the library, Aulas 1 and 2, and even some open-air artworks in the high school segment.
Siqueiros, Rebolledo, and Felgueres are only a few examples of the well-known artists whose works are featured in the exhibition. Something that might seem unusual is that it not only makes use of this means of art to cover topics such as lyrical, geometric, and three-dimensional abstraction, but also includes 3 interactive modules that encourage the spectators' participation and involvement.
And why would they do this? Well, it aims to foster curiosity and to offer a wider vision towards this type of art, which to some of us might seem strange or nonsense. It also aims to make students more involved and keep them interested in matters related to the school's artistic heritage and further exhibitions. I personally think that the exhibition provided a very approachable way to see abstract art, because sometimes there are exhibitions that students in Tec de Monterrey don't even really care about, but the fact that they included several games and interactive stations made it more interesting, so they could understand the nature behind abstract art. And I also like that they included different types of abstractions like lyrical and geometrical, and I felt that I really could see knowledge we've seen in class, like for example Kandinsky's use of shapes reflected in these artworks as well. I also took into account Sontag's way of interpreting abstract art, because rather than finding an interpretation behind the figures that we could see, I focused on the way they made me feel. So some of them were more figurative than others. We could see less naturalistic but still distinctive shapes among some of the works, but I preferred not to interpret them and to focus on the experience.
It's great to have this exhibition on campus because we get to see that we have many works of art that are abstract going around our campus and we don't even notice. And I think this is very valuable for us as students. This is a great experience. And also now regarding the readings we have had on class, I think this covers a lot of it. First of all, it covers Kandinsky's claims about color, how he perceives it, because you can see that in the artworks. There are many Mexican artists, and these Mexican artists work on yellow, and every artwork is in a hot color and a warm color, and they show part of our culture because we are so warm and so welcoming as Mexicans. And you can see that we can see quizás Terraza's perspective on how we complicate the uncomplicated, how we try to dig something that isn't there, and it's supported by Sontag's claims that art shouldn't be interpreted. Interpretation violates art. Interpretation strips art away from things that are intrinsic to it. Some of the artworks here are explained for us, and there are others that have no explanation and don't need it, because you have to get the experience of seeing them and experiencing them the way you want to do it.
Well, I think that the way that the Tec de Monterrey put the artworks of this exposition, it's the best way that they couldn't, because in the library you can know what's the purpose of the exhibition, and I think that the library is a place that you have to read a lot, and I think that it's the very intelligent way that you can put to the art to the classmates and something great. And I think that the way that put in this one, that it's more specific subjects and information, it's very intelligent, because the people that go in Aulas 1 and Aulas 2 is the people that want to increase their information and their knowledge.
I also think the distribution of the artworks was very useful, because this way it was not only concentrated in one spot, so this way everyone could see the artworks, and it's interesting to see like this fragmented narrative, and it has like a line that you can follow, but it's not that structured, which is the museology reflects the nature of abstract art. It sort of makes sense, but it doesn't. So it doesn't really matter where you start, you can still understand the works.
I like it. I like that Tech is making an effort to give us something extra. I like watching art here in the school.
I think it's an excellent idea because oftentimes we only see the strictly academic side, so seeing the artistic side I think is phenomenal.
I don't really like it. It's pretty hard for me. I don't get it. I like when art speaks to me, not when I have to really dive into the art. So
Abstract art, sometimes the meaning escapes me. I don't see what one is supposed to see, but I enjoy my own interpretation of it, even though my interpretation may not match with anyone else's. Sometimes it takes me, it's difficult for me to get in touch with my more artistic side.
I'm not sure if it's necessary. I mean, it does help the enjoyment, but I don't really think you need to understand it to enjoy it.
Not really. I think one can be better informed, but sometimes some of my favorite artists are naive artists who have not had much schooling, and it's what I appreciate the most.
As a conclusion, if you're looking for one, we can say that the exhibition, as well as the sculptures located all over the campus, indirectly locate the abstract around us. Perhaps situating it in our daily context will, as syntax suggests, eradicate the need of overinterpreting art. Perhaps this way we can, as a society, start to enjoy it for what it is.